name's Philip O'Donnell, and my rank is Lieutenant Commander, U.S. Navy Reserve. The Enterprise was what I call a show ship. It was the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Consequently, we always had celebrities, and we give a big air show, and a couple times we had the President of the United States, all the members of Congress, all the ambassadors from all the countries, movie stars, and aboard ship. And we'd be out at sea, and we'd do a great big air show. And I remember one time we were in port, and our commanding officer, who was a drop dead of the Enterprise, drop dead, good looking, Vincent P. Dupois, Captain Vincent P. Dupois. He was a Naval Academy graduate. He could have been Hollywood handpicked. He was so good looking. And he was meeting with Sophia Loren on the deck of the ship. It was just everybody wanted to see the Enterprise. So it was a real showboat. And when they all came, we did it half a dozen times over those years, a couple times each cruise, and we would take off 50 airplanes in the air group and put on a great big air show. And so I never met anybody who was famous while I was aboard the Enterprise. And I was just a very, very small cog in a very big wheel. And for example, when we had celebrities or congressmen aboard, I would either fly in the air show, or one time I remember we had a whole bunch of ambassadors from different countries, and my job was to escort the ambassador from Ecuador around the ship and make sure he didn't get lost wandering around. So that was my job. So you just had different duties. And I did get the privilege of saying a word with John F. Kennedy, when he was President of the United States, and this happened aboard the Enterprise. And my memory of it is, for some reason, I was not flying the air show that day. You kind of alternated. And we were all lined up, all in our dress white uniforms. And President Kennedy, as they do, is they review the troops and they walk along. And so I was one of 20 naval officers in my squadron who were all lined up at attention. And he walked by and just looked at everybody. And he came up to me and he stopped. And I noticed he looked at my name tag, had O'Donnell on it. And one of his primary advisors was Kenny O'Donnell in the White House. And I don't remember what he said, but that's why he stopped. And he was just very, very gracious. He flashed that $1 million smile, and he was very gracious, said a couple words, and then he went on. And I said, "Thank you, Mr. President." And when I saw him once before, I was going to law school, and he was running for President of the United States. And he was coming out of, I was between classes at Georgetown Law School. He was coming out of a laundry, picking up his shirts in Georgetown, and he was running for president, and he waved or something, and I waved back and said, "Good luck." And that was, but he was a half block away. But he was fetching his shirts from the laundry.